I'm going to give you a graph of a function, and I want to determine the quadratic function that goes with that graph. So here's the first one. Notice that I have a graph pointing upwards. I am also given 3 points. The equation for a quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c. So we need to find a, b, and c. Once we find these 3 numbers, then we have the equation for the quadratic. Okay, so what can we do? Well, we're going to use these 3 points. First off, we have the point 0, -1. That tells me if I plug in 0, I'll get -1 for my y value. So f of 0 is equal to -1. So plug in 0 and set this thing equal to -1. What will you get? You'll get 0 plus 0 plus c, which tells you c is equal to -1. We've already found one value here. We're going to use the other 2 points to figure out the a and the b as well. So we have 3, 5 and -1, 5. All right, so if we plug in -1, we get 5. That's from this point here. So I'm going to set this equal to 5, and then I get a times -1 squared, plugging in the -1, plus b times -1, subtract 1. So I get 5 is equal to a minus b minus 1. So that takes care of this point. And now let's use this point to find another equation involving a and b. So this one says f of 3 is equal to 5. So 5 is equal to a times 3 squared plus b times 3 minus 1. So we get 5 is equal to 9a plus 3b minus 1. So you see I came up with 2 equations involving a and b. Now what I can do is I can solve for one of the letters, which I'm going to solve for a because it's the easiest one to solve for. And then I'm going to plug it into the second equation. That way I can get rid of one of the variables and I will be able to solve for both variables. So if solving for a, I get a is equal to 6 plus b by adding b and adding 1. Now take this a and plug it into here. You get, well, let's move this 1 to the other side. So we get 6 is equal to 9a plus 3b. So 6 is equal to 9. Now plug this piece in, 6 plus b plus 3b. And you see we get 6 is equal to 9 times 6 is 54. 9b plus 3b. So I get, let's subtract 54 from 6. And I think we get 48. So -48 is equal to 12b. Which tells me b is equal to 4, -4, by dividing both sides by 12. So we found the b, so we can just plug in -4 here. How do we find a? Well, you can see this is one of the reasons I circle things, is because now I can easily see an equation for a. So a is just 6 plus -4, which is 2. And now I have my a. I can put 2 here. So I came up with an equation for this parabola.